Welcome to ArtMind. Today we are learning the Content-Aware Tracing Pen tool in Photoshop. The Content-Aware Tracing Pen tool is nested under the Pen tool and its shortcut is P. First, let's look at its general use. Suppose we want to trace this line. All we need to do is take the tool to the edge of the line and you can see a yellow highlight, right? It is indicating that the Content-Aware Tracing Pen tool has detected the edge. So now if I click, it will easily create the path around the line. And you can also edit the path as well as the anchors like you do with the pen tool. I'm going to quickly show you the path without the anchors. So Control plus click. Next we'll look at the options of the Content-Aware Tracing Pen tool. Since all these options were covered in the pen tool tutorial, I'll skip them and begin with this one. This option has quite a few functions. The first function is to create a new path based on detected edges. So when I hover the Content-Aware Tracing Pen tool on the animal, we see a highlighted edge which has been detected by the tool. Also, take note of the asterisk beside the pen tool. It indicates that a new independent path is going to be created. So let's click on it and there we have it. Now suppose I want another independent path over here. I'll go in and hover the cursor on the edge. We have got an asterisk, which means we are going to have an independent path. The edge is also detected by the path, so why don't we just click? I want another independent path over here, so let's do that. Edge is detected, we got the asterisk, so let's click. Well, all this time I've been telling you that these three paths are independent paths. Can I prove it? Yes, I can. I'll use the path selection tool. Click and move this one and it's on its own. This one is also independent and so is this one. So this is the first function of the create path option. I'm gonna undo this and show you its next function. Like before, I'm gonna start creating a path on this portion. Notice how we have the asterisk. Why? Because it's a new independent path and we have the detected edge. So I'm going to click. For the second function, we have two conditions that we need to fulfill. The first condition is that we need to have the path selected, which in this case is, and the second condition is that the next path has to be adjacent to this path. So I'll have the tool over here so that the two paths are continuous. And unlike before, we have the plus sign instead of the asterisk sign. What does it mean? It means that it's not going to be an independent path. Instead, it's going to be connected or added to this path. So let's click. So this entire thing is one single path now. Since the path is in selected condition now, we can keep on adding adjacent continuous paths. We again got a plus sign, so we can click and add the path now. At this point, this is entirely a single path. So if we get the path selection tool, click and drag, we get the entire thing moving as a whole. I'm gonna undo this and show you what happens when one of the two conditions is not met. I'm gonna deselect this path. So we press and hold Ctrl and then click outside. So the first condition is off, the path is no more selected. At this point, even if we click and create an adjacent path, it's not going to be connected with this path. The clue that we have with us is this asterisk, which is indicating that the upcoming path is going to be independent from this path. So let's see if it's true. I'm going to use the path selection tool and try to move this path. So this is actually an independent path and this is another separate path. I'm going to undo everything and quickly show you how to close the path. We are going to start with the first segment, then keep on adding adjacent paths while the primary path is selected. And this is the last segment which is going to close the path. So this dinosaur has been traced with a whole single path. Next we are going to explore this option. But before that, let me just create a new path segment. Now suppose we want to extend this path or add to this path. This is the option which is going to let us do that. But we just did that by using this option. So what is so special about this new option? That we'll see. Since this path is selected, I can go ahead and create an adjacent path. We got a plus like before, so let's click. And it's a single continuous path. But now I want to leave some gap and create a sporadic path over here. If you remember the function of the first option, it should create a new independent path, right? Let's find out. We see a couple of things happening here. The edge is detected, that's alright, but instead of an asterisk, we got a plus sign. And we got a pink band which indicates that the paths are gonna be joined. Let's see what that means. So this is entirely a single path segment. No matter how many gaps you leave for the second path, it's always going to be continuous. But there is an exception. I'll undo this and show you what I mean. I'm going to create the first segment, but this time I'm going to deselect it. So Ctrl plus click. Now if I want to join even an adjacent segment, watch what happens. We are not getting a plus sign but an asterisk, which means it's going to be an independent path, right? And it is. So the conclusion that we can draw from this is that the previous path should always be selected to create a continuous path, even if we are on the add path option. Next we are going to look at this option, which is called trim or delete traced paths. But before that, I'll create some path. Suppose we don't want this portion of the path. I'll click on this option. Then if I go and hover the cursor here, we get a red cross. I'll click and hold and then drag down. And immediately a red line zigzags the path segment, meaning it's gonna be deleted. So I'll let go of the mouse button and it's gone. We can also go the opposite direction. Say we don't want this portion. So I'll hover the cursor here, click and hold the mouse button, then drag to the left. The zigzag line indicates that the path segment is gonna be deleted. So I'm gonna let go of the mouse button and it's gone. We can also delete a path starting from a particular anchor if you want. Suppose I want to delete this path segment, leaving this anchor intact. I'll hover the cursor on the anchor, click and hold, and then drag down. So the anchor is still there. Next we are going to explore the detail option. First we are going to try the highest value, which is 100%. And as I'm going up the slider, it's showing us all the edges that it can detect. So I should be able to create a path along this edge because it's showing a yellow highlight, right? Let's find out. I'll hover the cursor here, see if it detects the edge. It does. I'm gonna undo this and try a lower value for detail. I'm gonna try 1%, which is the lowest value. And you can see the highlights reducing further and further, right? So according to what we are seeing, we should not be able to trace this portion because there is no highlight over there. Let's put that to test. So as I hover the cursor, it's not detecting any edge over there. So higher the value of detail, more edges will be detected, and lower the value of detail, less edges will be detected. Next we are going to look at the tracing option, which goes hand in hand with detail. The detailed option, as the name suggests, detects all the intricate edges in much detail. So you can see almost all the patterns are highlighted in this image. The normal option detects a little less. And simplified detects the least of the three. Each of these three options can be further controlled by the detail option. Next we are going to study the auto trim option. First we'll see without auto trim checked. Let's trace the petals, and right off the bat we have a problem. This portion is totally unwanted. You can say it's no big deal, we can use the delete path option and get rid of it, but just pretend that we don't have that option, alright? I'll go ahead and trace some more. And we have the same problem again, here and here. I'm gonna undo this and check auto trim. I'll start tracing. This is kind of the previous problem that we had, isn't it? But since we have auto trim checked, now if I go in, it's gonna auto trim the path. The red scribble indicates the portion that's gonna be deleted. I'm gonna click, and there we go. Let's keep tracing. And we got another one. No problem, we got auto trim checked, so I'm gonna go in. The red zigzags indicate the portion that's going to be trimmed, so I'm just going to click. And this is all I have for today. Make sure to check the other videos. I'll see you next time. Bye.